Great submission this week. How do you pre-sell an HR tech solution? I'd like to use the pre-sale cycle to validate demand and pricing. How do you ensure ethical and relationship building approach? Is this only possible via founder-led sales? A lot of questions in this one, so I'm going to get through this quickly and chop it up here. First step, how do you pre-sell an HR tech solution? Good news, it's how you pre-sell most solutions. The good news for you in particular is that HR personas are generally more responsive than most other target personas. For example, if you're trying to reach out to cybersecurity professionals, you're going to have a rough time through cold outreach. So cold outreach can be effective. Highly recommend testing that as you try and reach out to these professionals and confirm some of your assumptions about your product. Pre-sales can have two different definitions. It's the actions before a close, or it's pre-selling as in purchasing a product before it exists. If we're talking about the second definition, it's going to be very difficult to pre-sell a product and get somebody to commit money before a product exists unless there's an exceptional discount. It's solving a painful problem that is not currently solved by your competitors. If it is already being solved by your competitors, why would somebody invest in a product that may not exist in the future versus a product that currently exists to solve their problems? Now, if we're talking about the first definition of pre-sales, absolutely. Anything you do during the sales process is going to be gathering intelligence from the market, from your prospects. In order to increase the value of that intelligence that you're gathering and those facts you're gathering from the conversations with your prospects, you have to outline your assumptions. There's a reason you're going to market with your product. You have an idea. You believe that somebody's suffering from a problem. You believe the solution that you're going to present is worth enough money to actually solve that problem. So outline your list of assumptions. There should be at least 5 to 10, although there's probably 50 if we keep digging. And that way, when they're outlined, as you're having those conversations, you can actually filter those conversations under your assumptions, and you can either confirm or break your assumptions there. And that's going to adjust how you go to market with your product. Next step, using the pre-sale cycle to validate demand and pricing. So you can't really use pre-sale cycle to validate demand. If we think of demand as demand generation, think of it as an assembly line coming from different sources. But we can use a pre-sale cycle to help determine some product market fit. There's a great video, I'll link later in this conversation about product market fit and what it means and how to validate it. But the conversations with your prospects are important to know, is this even something that's valuable? Is this something that's solving a problem that they have? As far as pricing research, you can talk about pricing during the sales cycle. Of course, you have to. One of the other great ways to confirm pricing is looking at competitors that are similar or solve a similar pain point. And those competitors may not be near competitors. They could be far competitors. They could be Excel. And trying to justify whatever price point you may have, how they price minimum contracts, etc. Feature parity. Are they better or worse at solving this problem? Because it could be that you have a cheaper product that solves less of the problem, and that's okay. For those prospect interviews, in order to validate demand or validate product market fit, you can have paid or free focus groups. You can also have free or discounted beta groups. And how do you ensure ethical and relationship building approach? Easy way to approach this in this short video is to contribute value in your sales process. Contribute toolkits, connections, industry knowledge. You as a founder have a lot of information. You've been doing a lot of research that your prospect may not be exposed to because they have so many other things that they're doing throughout the day. So if you can become a trusted source of valuable information, valuable connections, news about what's going on in their sphere, and have that summary pushed to them in those sales conversations or in the back and forth conversations as you validate your product, that's going to build up your relationship. Mutual value contribution. They're providing feedback. You're providing whatever that person may find valuable. Here's a couple of tips. Is this only possible via founder-led sales? Well, certainly ethical sales is possible by anybody in the organization. Relationship-built sales is possible for most people in the organization. However, somebody who is brand new to the organization or brand new to the workforce may not have as much specific knowledge to share with a prospect, and so the amount of value they can contribute in those conversations may be diminished. So founders certainly have an advantage in being able to contribute more value in those conversations because chances are founders have been looking at this particular problem and solution for a long time. So it's not to say that only founders can do this type of relationship building, but often founders have a leg up on building out these types of relationships. There's certainly sales folks out there that build mutual relationships built on rapport. It may be more challenging for somebody new to the industry or new to the workforce to build up relationships beyond just rapport, but actual value contribution there. Final part, determining product market fit versus demand. I'm going to link a great interview between Mark and Traction about finding product market fit before determining demand metrics or the sales unit economics. There's a step where you have to confirm that your product's wanted, and then we move into sales unit economics, which is a great math problem to have. Look for that link in the description.